Once upon a time, in a quiet little village surrounded by hills and forests, there lived an old man named Haru and his kind-hearted wife, Mayu. They were simple people who loved animals and spent their days tending to their small vegetable garden and a few chickens. Though they had no children, their home was always full of life with the chirping of birds and the rustling of leaves in the wind. One peaceful morning, while Haru was fishing by the river, he noticed a small duckling struggling near the riverbank. It was shivering and crying out, all alone. Haru carefully picked it up, cradling it in his hands. "What happened to you, little one?" Haru asked gently. The duckling, too young to speak, just snuggled into Haru's warm palms. Its feathers were wet, and it looked frightened. Haru decided to take the duckling home. When Mayu saw the little duckling, her heart melted. "Oh, you poor thing. You must be so scared. Let's take care of you," she said, wrapping the duckling in a soft cloth. The couple fed it warm porridge and gave it a safe place to rest. Over the next few days, the duckling grew stronger. It waddled around their home, quacking happily. Haru and Mayu named it Chibi, meaning little one. But Haru noticed something. Every night, Chibi would sit by the window, looking at the river with sad eyes. "Mayu," Haru said one evening, "I think Chibi misses its family. We need to help him find them." Mayu agreed. "It's the right thing to do. Let's take him back to the river and search for his parents and siblings." The next morning, Haru packed some food and Mayu tied a small scarf around Chibi to keep him warm. "Let's go, Chibi," Haru said, as he placed the duckling in a little basket. Haru and Chibi started their journey by following the river upstream, where Chibi had likely come from. The path was winding and full of challenges. First challenge: the forest. They entered a thick forest, where the trees were so tall they seemed to touch the sky. As they walked, they heard rustling in the bushes. A curious fox appeared, eyeing Chibi hungrily. Haru quickly stood in front of Chibi. "Stay away, fox. This little one is under my care." The fox hesitated, then ran off when Haru waved his walking stick. "Don't worry, Chibi. I'll protect you," Haru said, patting the duckling. Second challenge: the mountain stream. As they continued, they came to a fast-flowing stream. The old bridge across it was broken. Haru scratched his head, wondering how they would cross. Then he saw some large rocks forming a path through the water. Carefully, he stepped from one rock to another, holding Chibi close to his chest. It was tricky, but Haru's determination kept him steady. Once they reached the other side, Chibi quacked loudly, as if to cheer him on. Haru laughed. "We make a good team, don't we?" Along the way, they met other animals. A wise old owl guided them when they lost their way in the forest. "Follow the stars at night," the owl said. "The river flows toward the sunrise." They also met a family of turtles by the riverbank. The turtles shared a story about a group of ducks they had seen a few days ago near a wide lake. "That must be Chibi's family," Haru exclaimed. The journey was long, and Haru grew tired, but he never gave up. He remembered Mayu's words, "Do what's right, even when it's hard." Finally, they reached the wide lake the turtles had mentioned. It sparkled in the sunlight, and the air was filled with the quacking of ducks. Haru placed Chibi on the ground. "Go on, little one. Let's see if your family is here." Chibi waddled to the water, quacking loudly. Suddenly, from across the lake, a group of ducks swam toward them. Chibi quacked even louder, and the ducks quacked back. "It's them," Haru whispered, smiling. "It's his family." Chibi's siblings surrounded him, nuzzling him with their beaks. His mother and father quacked softly, as if scolding him for wandering off but also relieved to see him safe. Haru watched the reunion with tears in his eyes. "You're home now, Chibi," he said. As Haru turned to leave, Chibi ran back to him and nuzzled his hand. Haru knelt down and said, "Be good, Chibi. Always stay close to your family." Haru walked back home, feeling a warmth in his heart. When he reached, Maya was waiting. "Did Chibi find his family?" she asked. "Yes," Haru said, smiling. "And I learned something too. Sometimes, kindness means letting go and helping others find where they truly belong." From that day on, Haru and Mayu often visited the lake, where Chibi and his family swam happily. The old couple became known in the village as people with hearts as big as the sky. And so, Haru, Mayu, and Chibi's story became a tale of kindness and humanity, reminding everyone that even small acts of love can change lives. The end.